Okay, I don't know how many takes I took for me to bring you this video, but I want to tell you something. There is an illusion. There is an illusion, and that illusion is very, very, very dangerous, especially in this year that we are in 2025, as you are starting the year now. This is very, very dangerous. This kind of an illusion is very dangerous, even if you are going to be watching this video in 2028 or 2030. There is an illusion that you need to be very careful about, and this illusion has been also on me as well. I was actually having this kind of an illusion, and it's very dangerous, and I want to tell you about it. And I want to, like, as for you, you're going to sit down and try to see if you are also having this kind of an illusion. And this is the illusion of thinking that you need to be ready. You need to be ready. You understand? You need to be ready for you to start doing something. And you are thinking that you are having this feeling that you are not yet ready and the conditions are not yet perfect. You know, I need to make sure, like, yeah, I need to make sure that everything is okay. Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to be giving you 7 reasons why you should start before you are ready. I'm telling you, before you are ready. And the number one reason now is that there is an illusion. There's an illusion of being ready, and readiness is actually an illusion on itself, because most people, they actually confuse ready and perfect. Ready, perfect, and perfection leads to inaction. Perfection, it will lead to inaction. It will get you to a point where you think, oh, I'm not yet ready, because you want everything to be like, you know, as a content creator, for example, you are saying, I need to have the latest iPhone for me to start shooting the best videos. I need to have the latest Samsung. I need to have the latest camera. You know, there was a time I was talking to my friend recently, and he's a content creator, and I was telling him that, you know what, we need to be very careful, because, you know, we started doing content a long time ago. We started doing content a very long time ago, and we were just using our phones. We were just using everything that we could to create content at that time. And then as we are starting to grow now, I think it's actually something that actually happens even if you want to start, or when you are even like big, because this guy has got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I was talking to him, and I was saying, you know what, there's a time I was talking to someone, and then he said to me, we need to be very careful on this whole thing of buying gear, because we started buying gear, we started buying cameras. And you know, there was a time we say, you know what, there's a camera that I have, but this camera is not like, I want to buy this one. There's another one which is like, ooh, the image quality is something else, and this one is going for $800. And then we buy that one for $800, and you'll be like, oh, you know what, I saw another one, there's another one, and this one, we want to do a podcast, and we want to make sure that, you know, we want to have these lights, we want to be having this kind of a background and all these things. And then, you know, it got us to a point where we were talking about this, and then he said, you know, we need to be very careful, because we might end up just buying gear, and then you have this amount of gear, and then you are not even using that gear. And it is actually a trap that even creators sometimes actually end up in, where you want to buy gear, you want to say, you know what, there's this GoPro, it is the latest GoPro 13, and now I want to get these microphones, the best microphone, I want to get these, like the best everything. And for me, even to start doing these videos, the reason why I had to come to you is because it's like, I thought I should share with you. Why? Because even now, I actually bought some microphones. All along, remember, I was just doing videos without microphones. But then I said, you know what, I want to have the perfect sound. And then I was like, I need to buy this. And then I ordered them. Now there's been this Christmas, this festive season, and the microphones are not yet here. And I was like, I'll wait until my microphones are here so that people will hear the sound. It's going to be crispy. But you know what? This is something that will actually get me to this point where I was talking about the illusion of not even starting, because you are thinking, I need to have the perfect everything. You understand? Okay. There's this relation where we have ready, and we have ready on this side, and then we have perfect on this side. And what you need to know is that perfection can never be attained. It is unattainable. It is impossible for you to be perfect. It is impossible for you to have the best voice. You wait until you have the voice that sounds nice and clear, and you want to wait until you have the best accent, where you can speak in a way that people feel like, oh, there's someone who is speaking here. You understand? There is no such thing as perfection. You can never be perfect. So the illusion of ready and perfect, it is very dangerous. It will lead you to not do anything because you are thinking that I need to first of all be ready. So that's why I'm saying you need to start before you are ready, because being ready is actually an illusion. You just have to start with what you have, and then you start doing what you can. Because, let me tell you something. Being ready, and I just want to give you this, the difference between ready and perfect. So perfect, you're waiting for the perfect conditions. You're waiting until you are good at speaking English. You're waiting until you have the best camera. You're waiting until you have this, all those things that you want to have. This is now perfect. And this one is unattainable. So you are not going to do anything because you are still going to be waiting until something happens. And then on this side, we have readiness. Readiness is just the willingness to just get into it. You start doing it, you fix as you go. I remember there was a time when this man, he's a content creator. He started his podcast, and when he started, there was like confusion when it comes to sound. His name is DJ Ola. I don't know if he's going to be okay with me talking about him, but I just saying this because it is something that is inspirational. What he did at that time, he started his podcast, and people were complaining, this sound is bad, this is that. But now that podcast is one of the biggest podcasts in Zimbabwe. You understand? So when he started, he didn't like wait until he said, guys, we need to first of all have the best camera, we need to have the best sound, the best. He was just ready. No, I don't think I can say he was ready. I can just say he was willing to take action. That takes me to the next one. The number 2 reason is that growth happens through action. Growth only comes when you take action. Especially when it comes to social media. When it comes to social media, content creation, and all these things. Personal growth, all these things. If you don't take action, you're not going to get anything. That is the honest truth. You're going to get angry with me if you want. But what I can tell you, kana pasina mabasa apana kutenda. And even I think if you read the Bible, they actually say faith without works is dead. So if you're not going to, please, please let me know in the comments if I said it wrong. But there's something that is got to do with taking action, and because even the Bible says faith is the substance of things hoped, the evidence of things not seen. If you want to do something, if you want to show your faith, you need to start taking action. That lady who had the issue of blood, what did she do? She just had to do something for her to get the attention of Jesus. So even if you are doing this life, now you want to go, you've got your goals, you've written your goals, I want to achieve this, I want to do this. If you're not going to do anything, if you're not going to take action, nothing is going to happen. And I can assure you, nothing is going to happen. So the only way for you to win, especially when it comes to content creation, you're only going to win if you start taking action. Start recording videos, even if you're not ready. Right now, you've got a phone that can record a video. You just need to press record and go put the phone in front of you, and then you start talking what you want to talk about, even if it is nonsense. Because remember, people are still going to be complaining. People are still going to say, hey, your camera quality is bad. They're going to say your sound is bad. They're going to say your voiceover is bad. As for me, there are some videos that I did. I actually did a certain video for a client, and at that time, the client, I was supposed to give them their video because they had paid. So I had to give them their video, and at that time I was having a flu, and I had to do the voiceover, and my voice was not even okay. And now I'm seeing those comments where people are saying, the voiceover is trashed, the voiceover is trashed. This is it's something that is not even good. But as for me, I had to do it. I'm not trying to say you should just go and give people trash work, but you don't have to wait until you are ready. You need to do these things. You need to take action. If you want to see progress, take action. If you want to see growth, take action. Take action. Create that channel today. Create that page today. Create that TikTok account. And you start recording. If you have not yet started recording, find someone who can show you. If you don't know how to do it, you can go and Google. You can even reach out to people like me, and then I'll teach you. Of course, you pay me. Come on. Speaking of being paid, we want to appreciate the sponsor of this video, which is House of Stone Properties. Guys, if ever you need to buy property, or if you are selling property in Zimbabwe, you want the legit deals where you won't have any issues with anyone, you just need to connect with House of Stone Properties, and I'll put their numbers in the description. And let's get to the third one. And the third one is perfection is overrated. I'm telling you, this is the third reason. Perfection. I was talking about being ready, and I said readiness is an illusion, and I said you need to take action. The reason why you need to do this is for you to grow. Growth comes by taking action. And the third one now, I am saying perfection is overrated. There is no such thing as perfect. Even if you look, that's why you see even when they are giving us these updates on phones, iPhone 14, iPhone 15, iPhone 16, they say we have the M1 chip, we have got this, MacBook Pro, M1, all these things. The reason why they bring the M2, they bring the M3 is because this one is not perfect. Even if you've got the iPhone 17 Pro Max today, the 18 Pro Max, or whatever the versions that are going to be coming, they are not going to be perfect. That's why they are always improving. I was telling someone that when you're starting a journey, let's say it's at night, you're starting a journey. And when you start that journey, when you switch on your lights, you're driving, when you switch on the lights, let's say you are going to Mrewa, you're coming from Harare, you switch on the lights, or you are just going to town, let's just say you are going, or to the next, the next rain, open up next rain, when you switch on your lights, malaitsi wayo abatidze kunotenderera chinosvika ku the next line. You don't get to see that. Your lights maybe 50 or 100 meters. That's the only distance that you'll be able to see. But do you stop going where you want to go because you're saying, I can't go because these lights are not lighting until I get to that place? What do? You just switch on the lights and then you drive until you get to that point where there is that 100-meter part. When you get to that point, the lights will be switching. That's how you go. You can even go up to Cape Town from Harare doing the same thing. So that's the thing that you need to do when you are also doing these things, when you are talking about making progress and doing some of these things. When it comes to content, I'm talking about content in this one, but this refers to anything. Even if you want to start a business, you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to have everything figured out. When WhatsApp started, they didn't have status, they didn't have WhatsApp channels, they didn't have all these things, they didn't have Meta, they didn't have all this. They started, fine-tuning, adding all those things as life continues to go. So that's what you need to understand. Perfection is overrated. You will never, ever, ever be perfect. So one key takeaway is that progress only comes from action, not endless planning and waiting. That's one thing you need to know. I said progress comes from action, not endless planning and waiting. You're waiting until this happens. You're waiting until this happens. You're waiting, and then you're not going to ever do anything because you're always waiting. Always waiting. Now the fourth one is you never have all the answers. This is the fourth reason why it's okay to start without knowing what you're going to do next. It's very, very okay. You will figure things along the way. Even the most successful people on this planet, when they do things, it's not like they have everything figured out. When you hear Elon Musk saying we want to go and we want to popularize, we want to put people on Mars, it's like he's got everything figured out. He's seeing these problems and then he's like, let's see how we can deal with this. He's seeing these problems and then he wants to see how we are going to deal with it. And if you check, even when Elon Musk started doing, sending people to space, with these ones, he said, we want to have this reusable rocket. I don't know if they are called rockets. And then he said, you know what, let's do it. Even when he had that Cybertruck, when he started telling people about it, even this new robot that he started showing people, it's not yet perfect, but you're going to be surprised how it's going to be turning out very, very soon. So in life, there is no such thing as a perfect product. There is no such thing as getting all the answers before you start. You need to start. Even if you've got this, you don't know the niche that you want to get into, just start. When you start it, you're going to be figuring out as you go. Now, the fifth reason, starting scared is better than not starting. I want to tell you something. Everyone starts scared. As for me, when I started, I was also scared. Every time we upload a video, you'll be scared. This video, what if people are going to say this? What if people... We all have our flaws. We all have our weaknesses and all those things. So I want to assure you, I want to tell you that when you are scared, it's actually very okay to be scared. You know, what is the meaning of courage? When someone has got courage, it doesn't mean that they are not afraid. They're actually scared, but they are doing something. They have the courage to keep going, even if they are scared, even if they are nervous. So we are all scared at some point in life. But the only difference between you and the person who is making it, even if you think you're better than them, is because they're actually scared, but they're acting like they're not scared. And they're just like saying, let's just do this. Let's do this. Because they are human beings. There's no human being who can say, I'm not scared. I don't think there is a human being who can say, it means you're not a human being. If you're a human being, you've got emotions, and emotions are normal. It's okay to be scared. But if you are scared, what are you going to do? Even if you are scared, you just need to start creating that content. I'm telling you so that you can say, okay, I'm gonna be doing this. Now let's talk about, now the sixth one is opportunities come to those who are willing to take the leap. Those who are willing to take the leap. Like I said, the only difference between you and the person you think you are better than, but is doing better than you, the only difference is that this person decided to do something, and you are still saying, I can do better than this guy. How is it that this guy is getting views, or is getting money, or is doing this? But as for me, I went to school at a better school than him. I can speak better English than him. I can do these things better than him. But why is he making it? The only difference is that as for him, he has decided to take the leap, and you are in your comfort zone. So even if you are scared, you just have to take the leap, because it's normal to be scared. It's very, very normal. You just have to take the leap. There is no one who is not scared in this life. The seventh reason why you need to start doing taking action, doing content, even if you are not ready, or when you are not yet ready. One of those reasons is that you can always improve later. So you can improve later. When I started doing my videos, I was not good at speaking to the camera. I was scared of speaking to the camera like what I'm doing now. But right now, I am settled, I'm good, I'm happy. I'm speaking to the camera, I'm talking to the camera, and I'm not even worried. I'm not even scared. The thing is, I have improved, because it's like you're building a muscle. You're building a muscle. So if you keep on doing it, you then improve. You start improving, get to know that, I've been holding my microphone like this. I need to change so that I can put it like this, so that you can do this, you can do this. You just have to start, and then you start pushing. So these are my reasons why you need to start even before you are ready. Because like I said, being ready is an illusion, and being perfect is unattainable. You can never be perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. You will never ever be perfect. What you just need to do is be determined to take action. Be determined to take action, and get to know that you improve as you go, and get to understand that all you need is to take action. If you start taking action, you start building muscle, you will be able to take the leap, you will be able to improve as you go. And when you do that, you thank yourself. I'm telling you, after watching this video, I want you to start taking action. If you have not yet created a YouTube channel, you need to do it now. If you have not yet created a Facebook page or an Instagram, or if you have not started anything that you want or that you set yourself to do in this year, what you need to do is to start doing it now. Start doing it now. After watching this video, start doing it now. If you wanted to pay for a course, I've got a course, right? You can just connect with me, and then I'll get you into the course, and then we'll teach you, and then you start making some good money on the internet. And you guys, as usual, I'll see you in the next one.